do your.
Okay.
¿Cómo se dice?
We're gonna show code.
I thought we were gonna use this one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use this one.
What's up, you guys? You guys can't see me. Welcome back to Los Dos Tuyos.
Eso venía es parte de Los Dos Tuyos, güey.
I know, but I was supposed to come out in it.
No way, you weren't.
Fuck you guys, man.
No, no sé.
Go home, man.
Go home, güey.
Alright.
Nobody wants you. Okay, ya empieza, güey.
Well, I thought he was gonna start it like that. Fucking was starting like that. Welcome back to Open Mic Podcast. I'm here with my guys.
Los Dos Tuyos!
Los ex, Dos Tuyos.
Now we back, homie. We're taking over Open Mic Podcast.
Ah, valió verga, ya vámonos pues.
You were the replacement for a bit.
Tenemos el compa La Medusa over there.
Saludos, güey.
Saludos. How? Damn, porque why you so quiet, bro, over there?
No, I'm just a little camera shy, that's what.
The camera shot, we're all a little camera shy here, bro.
Es que está triste.
¿Por qué está triste? ¿Por qué está
Estoy
triste?
feliz, güey. Siempre estoy feliz, güey.
¿Sí?
Eso dicen los
Pregunta, güey, lo que ponen sus historias, güey.
Yeah, let's talk about your Instagram stories, bro. It shows otherwise.
Hey, show one up.
Let me screenshot that real quick. Hold on, before anything happens. Yeah, screen recording. Screen recording. Yeah. Do it. Screen recording.
There's nothing going on right now. There's nothing going on.
No, you have nothing right now.
It's Snapchat.
Oh, I don't got him on Snap. Whoever got him on Snap, screen record that shit, please. We can use that.
Not there anymore.
Oh,
Damn, bro.
Es que
Well, they don't know what's going on, but I mean, we know.
Es que yo soy una persona feliz, güey, por eso.
Sí, güey.
Eso dicen los que están sad, güey.
yeah, that's true, bro. Because I say that I say that a lot too. Like I say that I'm happy for
No,
something.
porque
I'm not.
siempre dicen que los gorditos son siempre alegres, güey, por eso.
¿Y tú eres gordito, güey?
Sí, güey, guacho la pancilla, güey.
No mames.
Pinche panza cabamera que me cago.
Yeah, what's up with that one right there? Yeah. Dice que es feliz, pero anda posando así, güey, no mames.
Es que esos son temporadas, güey.
Eso es side hustle, güey. Es un stripper, güey.
Es que, ¿cómo se dice? Espera, aguanta, espera. ¿Qué te iba a decir, güey?
¿Y por qué? Les vamos a decir por qué estás triste.
No, yo estoy bien, güey, yo estoy bien.
Ya, güey, saca la sopa, güey.
Ya saca la sopa, güey.
I'm good, dude.
No. We all know that you're going through some simp shit right now, so let's talk about it.
I'm good. Let's talk about Los Two Stooges. What happened there?
Yeah, so what did
Nothing really
happen?
happened. If you guys know, nothing really happened. I don't know what they said. Los Dos Tuyos, nothing happened. We just.
Well, we haven't said anything. If you would have watched the episodes, you probably would have paid attention.
I don't watch your guys' stuff. Straight up.
You be watching it through, like, you be watching it at night, like, all stuff, like, that could be me right there.
Yeah.
I remember that was me and Danny once.
The light doesn't look too bright.
Hey, that's fucked up, bro. It's just because I'm dark or what? That's just my natural skin color. We can't do nothing about it.
¿Qué?
No, es que nada pasó. Más le hacen de pedo, ¿no?
No, I mean, that's nomás pura broma, you know. But
Nah, fuck that, me ofendí, güey.
uy, lo ofendiste, güey.
Me ofendí, güey.
So what happened? Let's hear your story. What happened with those Stooges?
What happened with what? What do you mean what happened with the Two Stooges? We just stopped. I don't know.
Nah, it's cause he thought, you know, we had competition, but we let him slap for a little bit, you know, let him get a little views going on. And now when we come back, you're gonna go down, bro.
So for those of you guys who don't know about the Two Stooges, so it's another podcast.
Fuck this Two Stooges.
Pendejo. So you stupid hoe. So it's
Esto me acordó las manitas, güey.
So this was just clown on you, güey. Cara el palo, güey. But let me talk first, bitch. Let me tell them what's up with the Two Stooges, güey. So like fucking Two Stooges is another episode. I mean another episode. Ya se me olvidó, güey. Well, where was this continued, güey? Fucking it was another podcast. It was between me and him. And we just out of nowhere just like stopped filming it or whatever. So that's the reason why he's talking about it. He's trying to put this fool on blast about it.
No, I'm not putting no one on blast. I was just curious what happened. Like, why did you guys stop? Because you guys were doing. I think you guys were doing good. I think you guys were doing pretty good, you know. So I just want to know why they stopped.
No sé, güey.
There's not really like an answer to that, bro. It's just like you can say so many shit. It's just we don't have an answer. We just stop.
Sí, güey, son cosas de la vida.
No, es que Kevin was going through some stuff.
Sí, güey, he was depressed, güey. He was depressed.
I was hanging out with this guy and then he was playing his truck and he started playing some. Like,
he started playing all that little simp corrido shit,
yeah,
huh?
bro,
Yeah.
Like, esta mamá de qué, güey? The chief, güey.
No, we were supposed to go to the premiere again, bro. You
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Oh.
The old lady. Oh, that's
I was gonna get a
The
sugar
old
mama
lady.
food.
So what happened? Oh, tell us about that story. How about you were gonna get a sugar mama?
That's why he's always depressed with.
Yo, he's talking.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why he's always depressed with. That's why he's always depressed. Because it always gets flashbacks about that
No
shit.
estabas tan borracho, güey.
Sí,
Yo
güey.
estaba más borracho con la pinche agua que tú, güey.
No mames, la neta.
Hasta la bartender kept coming, more water, bro. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Es que ya está pedo.
And then, what's his name? Well, I'm not gonna say his name. He was like,
Oh, he said before we could mention his name, but, or did he?
did he?
Did he?
Compa Samoan.
Okay.
Compa
let's-
Samoan.
Ah, okay.
Compa,
Me
güey.
compra el sabano.
We'll get into that right now.
What happened with that?
Leave my boy out of this food, pobrecillo.
Yeah,
Esa la
por
verga,
sí,
güey.
yeah.
So,
Oh, that's your boy.
Haz de cuenta que estamos bien pedos yo ya. Y luego el samano dijo, güey, habla con esa viejita, ¿te quiere hablar? Y dije yo, ¿para qué, güey? Mira, tú habla con ella, nos va a comprar cerveza.
Y les compró cervezas.
Oh,
Hecho,
shit.
hecho, güey. She was like in her 80s. She had like a Lotus, but like a nice, like, I think it was, I don't want to say it's new, but it was nice and new. Y haz de cuenta que she was telling me, like, we were drinking, she was buying us drinks y todo, güey. Like, as this, like, I got fucked up at the end of the night.
Yeah. ¿Te perdiste?
Una madre, güey.
Estaba como esa chica de estamos perdidos.
No,
Ey,
güey.
pero... Did
Así
you
le habla
go?
la viejita, ¿verdad? Pero
Yeah,
no.
Oh, you know.
Era viejito, güey. Ese era todo
Pasó,
su
papi.
No,
madre.
era una viejita, güey, una
Este
viejita.
güey del Fabi, güey. Oye, calaquita.
Hey, no, this video doesn't know about it. No, ¿cómo se llama? Like fucking, ¿cómo se llama? Jackass fool. When this fool dresses up like an old guy and
Oh,
shit.
no mames.
See, he doesn't even know. What if it was a guy just because it's a
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
old lady, bro?
Fuck that.
Hey,
Fell for
Trying
it.
to just get a fucking little.
You
No,
like-
no, I was
You're
good
like,
off
fuck that. I got some
Ask
free
Kevin.
drinks still, huh?
Ask Kevin, like, she was trying to take me to the hotel.
Hey, he's like, all I had to do was just suck his dick.
money.
Hey, wait. Hey, you heard your friend? Hey, you heard your friend?
You heard him?
You heard your
He
friend?
said money's
Hey, that's what
money.
he's always calling you,
You
bro.
guys didn't mention Mike was in the background.
Shout out to Mike.
Mike. You're here in the background. What a little picture?
Like the camera guy.
Mike the camera guy.
Damn, bro, like that?
Nah, I'm just fucking with you guys. I don't follow.
Let's get back to why you sad, bro.
Yeah.
Estás todo vestido de negro.
Todo de negro. Yo también, güey. Pues porque yo estoy
Aparte de
triste.
tu color, güey, tu skin, güey. No.
No,
I didn't go there, but aparte de eso, güey.
why you so like? Tú suelta la sopa, güey.
Tú suelta la sopa.
I'm good.
That's what the
Nah, that tone sounded different, bro. It sounded like you kind of want to let something out of your chest.
Choking, güey.
Yeah, you're choking,
Vas a
bro.
sacar el cigarrito, güey, ahorita.
Tú empieza, güey, tú empieza, güey, so he can start, you know, feeling
Alright,
comfortable.
so what do you guys want to know about my
About
simp
you,
life?
güey.
Okay.
About you, güey. ¿Qué pasó con tu ex, güey?
I have like a little intro to
Go.
your little simp hour shit.
So if you were to watch episode 4, he
So
were
real quick, I'm gonna take the mic off of this food just like he stole it from me. Alright, so I'll take these foods. So like bonitas. So like in the last episode and stuff, we had a segment where compa chiquis, my fault. No, my compa chiquis and shit. It's simp hours with compa chiquis right here. So we're about to let him express himself for like 5 seconds.
Nah, I mean, it depends what he wants to know, like to get him a little bit comfortable. Like,
Dile, what you wanna know
Nah,
about
I'm
it.
good. I don't
What
need
you
to know
wanna-
anything.
you don't wanna know
Cada
shit?
Cada quien saca y carga con su mochila.
uy, pinche Mexican sayings, huh? ¿Cuál más te sabes?
No tiene mochila, trae la de esa pinche Suzuki.
No, yo tengo my
My
suitcase.
Respeta Suzuki, güey. Los mochila.
So dile, güey, dile.
So, I mean,
Te pegaron.
shit. No, I mean, which one?
Oh, tell him about the fucking part. Well, he probably already heard it, but tell him again. So Kevin, since he doesn't watch our videos, tell him about the.
I didn't get to explain
He's
myself.
probably the one dislike, huh?
Yo creo que sí, güey.
Damn, ex-member of los Dos Stooges.
You want 2 dislikes now, huh?
Oh. Hey, tell him about the part how you found the girl with another guy, way. When you're picking her up,
Hey,
You
I've
Look at this fool's face. Look at this fool's face. He's like,
Yeah,
fuck.
so-
Hey, Mike's been through that. Come here, Mike.
So,
Have you though?
What? Found my girl with another guy?
Or something like that?
Nah, but I got a story from high school. Man.
Oh, Kyle,
Hold on. Yeah, sit right here.
There you go,
Hey,
fuck the cars,
hey.
way. Fuck the cars.
Stop being gay, bro. Just lay down.
We're talking about sim shit now or what? Like
Well, first-
exes and whatever.
But first, let's get to this guy's
Well,
story.
he loves all that shit. And then we're trying to get Hoppo, because Hoppo's always like that. Everybody knows that, so.
I know.
I'll throw a story.
Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm out.
Compared to mine. I feel like she's está haciendo calentito aquí, güey.
All right, so like, well, pretty much how I was gonna start it off is Not like
Hey,
that,
stop
but
fucking around, bro.
that's the way. All right, so pretty much where it started, like, I was dating this girl after. No mames, wait.
She's got no brain. We're gonna go to the second floor.
I was no man.
Or you can actually see us.
Déjalo, güey.
No, güey, que lo tengo que risquear, güey.
Otros pinches 30 minutos.
I gotta relax, güey.
We have to seduce the person in order for him to release his
I gotta
feelings.
relax, güey.
Acá, güey, arriba, güey.
Oh, for real.
Relax, güey.
Se va a enojar la Diana, güey, que le estás enseñando tu
Sí.
cuerpo, güey.
No me puedo sentar aquí, güey.
O sea, ¿qué pasó?
Güey, look, aquí, mira, güey. Aquí
No,
te
no sé
sientes
qué
entre
te
nosotros,
cae,
güey.
güey.
Alright, so pretty much how it started was like
Ya está aquí, güey.
Ya, güey, listen, güey.
Fuck. This puso you look like SpongeBob.
Sí, güey, siempre me dicen
Where's
que
the
soy
Squidward?
un calamardo, güey.
Squidward.
Dale, pues.
alright, so pretty much it started well, I was dating this one girl, she started accusing me of cheating.
What's her name?
I want to know now. What's her name?
We don't do that.
After his segment's gonna be you.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not talking
yeah.
about my shit.
Okay.
I'm good, dude. I'm doing good.
So if I say
Okay,
if I say her name, will you actually talk?
No, what the fuck? That's some
I'll say
fucked
her
up-
full government
Wait,
name.
should she?
I'm good.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Hey,
Free
I'm
shout
good.
out.
I'm good.
Shout out.
Hey, so what-
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him
Okay,
talk. I want to hear this now.
Oh, yeah, so pretty much like I was talking to this one. Oh, well, we were dating, so we're going out in a relationship and everything. And then she was accusing me of cheating and stuff. So like, oh, you're probably still talking to all your fucking high school hoes and everything, this and that.
Uh-huh.
And then she had my password to everything.
There's a sputter in your foot.
You're saying?
Oh, and then sure, like,
It's still Halloween here. That's why.
So yeah, I mean, she started accusing me and everything. She had my password to everything. And then I was like, okay, like one day I was gonna go pick her up from work. So I was gonna surprise her actually, and then I see her like literally getting picked up by someone else. They were holding hands and everything.
Damn, apple like that.
They were holding hands and everything, and then I go up to her like, "Down, like, but yeah, you're the one over here accusing me of cheating." So this is why I always told people like, I feel like when someone tries to accuse you of cheating, it's just probably
them.
they're doing it themselves, and they just want to dig up something before they get caught.
So,
Sí.
I was about to start instigating.
No, I just had a call.
I'm just
Nah, you're full of shit.
No, but for real, like, I mean, I never cheated on someone, but I mean, and I still wouldn't up to this day.
I don't even fit. I'm like,
I wouldn't do it up to this day because I mean, at the end of the day, like, that shit hurts.
No.
Yeah, because you're investing your time with someone, you know, and then
They're over there doing some shit.
yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, there's a saying, once a cheater, always a cheater, but I don't believe in that. I still waiting, no mames. So I feel like a fucking dog food, no mames. You know, you're petting me and shit.
Bulldog.
But yeah, but that was pretty much
What's that one movie? What's that one show called? The one like the skinny dog and the big dog.
Kind of dog?
No, it's a skinny dog and a big dog. It was like a really.
no sé, güey, pero, güey, es la Russian roulette, güey, es passing by, güey. Así se va todo alrededor, güey. He's next, güey, after him, it's Kevin, and after Kevin is you, güey.
Does Kevin have any sad love stories?
O
Though?
sea,
trying
we're
to
about to
think,
find
no,
out, we're about to find out.
I'm like, I don't either.
I was a fuckboy, bro, so I don't know. Find out. Nah, I don't know. I got ugly here.
So it's my turn?
Sí, güey.
Alright, well.
Estás tirando. This shit gonna be good, bro.
It's gonna be good.
Saca la palomita.
Nah, so I I dated this girl in high school. She was my first like actual serious girlfriend.
You won't get in
And
trouble?
huh?
You won't get in trouble?
Fuck.
No.
Hey, I said we make him talk about it too now.
No, I wasn't. We wouldn't get in trouble. And then yeah, so I was a sophomore. She was a freshman. You know, my first real girlfriend. I didn't really have too much. She was a cute girl, but I didn't have too much interest in her when I met her. But apparently, long story short, her friend, told me, hey, my friend wants me. I don't know. I mean, I should give her name, whatever. Well, her name is Sydney. Anyway, whatever.
I just realized.
Anyways, so yeah, I gave her a shot. Things worked out. We ended up dating for a little over a year, but then we broke up, and then for like that whole summer, so we dated for over a year here in maybe a couple months, and then for that summer we didn't talk. But then when school started, my junior year, she was becoming a sophomore. What happened? So she tried making it work out. She wrote me a whole letter saying how she apologized.
You don't have to look at the camera, by the way.
I don't have to, or do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
I don't have. I'm not looking at the camera.
I'm assuming no.
I'm never gonna look back at the video.
It looks like it looks like. Well, I don't know. From this angle, I thought you were just staring at the camera, like strictly looking.
No, I'm looking down.
Like, yo, like this.
I don't even.
You know what? Like the videos where it's like deep shit, so it's like zooming in.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna look back at this video again. I hate my voice recording in general.
I'm gonna give it a dislike. I always give you guys likes, but nah, dislike.
Nah, so I'm trying to. It's a long story, but point is, she wrote me a letter. I remember. She wrote me this long letter apologizing and saying how she would like to get the relationship back going again and whatever. And then, so yeah, man, I got excited. I told her, yeah, I met up with her and, we got everything kind of working out again. But, she didn't want to be a full-on boyfriend and girlfriend again. She kind of wanted to be more like a friends with benefits type of thing. Oh, try to work it out. We'll see where it goes, So, I had my hopes up. We hung out, still kind of, did our thing, went out to go eat, and did a lot of things. And it was cool. So I had my hopes up. Hey, it's going to work out again. And I'd say, give or take a few months went by. And little by little, she became more distant. And I'm still kind of like in that state of mind where, okay, we're going to get back together. It's only a matter of time. At first when we got together, I wasn't interested, like I said. But then I kind of like fell for this girl because she was my first girlfriend, mm-hmm. And had a lot of experiences with her and stuff. So I kind of like had feelings. So I remember what happened. I think it was almost towards Valentine's Day, I believe. And then I remember I got her like a stuffed animal, and I think I bought her some treat or something. And I remember I came up to her during lunch or break. It was break. And then I gave it to her, and when I gave it to her, I thought she was gonna be surprised, like, oh wow. But she was more like, oh, like you could tell she was kind of awkward about it, like, oh, she didn't really know what to do with it, and that was not really like her. Usually she would be like appreciative. She would appreciate stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So me at that time, I was kind of trying to act like I didn't care, like, okay, whatever.
Like process it, like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, but then I remember I walked away with my friend. I'm kind of thinking like, what the hell? Like, it was kind of weird because days leading up to that, we became kind of a little more distant. We didn't text as much.
Were you actually hurt about it though? Like the way she reacted?
No, I was just kind of confused at first. I was like, what the heck, And
she's the one that approached you, right?
Well, not just that. If you think about it, it's like she was trying to throw you signs in a way. Not a lot of
I mean at that, but no, because I did the same thing too. Because
it's because like that's the thing. Like me personally, like I don't like people throwing signs. Like you can catch signs and stuff. Lucky, I'm just throwing.
No, well.
Pinche calamardo, tenías que quedar, güey. Estaba hablando, cabrón.
Es que se lo interrumpió el compa Mike.
No, but I was doing the same thing too. I'm not gonna act like it was her, but like I remember, like I'll try to get her jealous by like acting like, oh, I texted someone else, but I'll send text messages to her, like cute text messages, and saying, oh, sorry, that wasn't for you. Like, but she'll do the same. We'll play that game. We're in high school, we're being stupid. So so then I guess we stopped texting little by little. And then when I gave her that, I thought it was like, hey, it's a makeup for everything. And no, she I remember I was walking to my class, and she came up to me saying, hey, we're not getting back together, right? And then I was like, what? I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care, cool. But I just try to keep that straight face, like, it didn't bug me. But I remember I was like, what? Like, it still didn't really process because I was still on that hope that we're going to get back together. I'm already, throwing all my eggs in one basket, so to speak. Oh, and then I remember, I think it was maybe a few days later, I was in my English class, and we had to write a silly paper about like what was on our mind that day or what we were thinking about. I forgot. And I remember that whole page was about her, like how I was thinking about her, this and that. No, during class. Like thinking about her. I hope we get back together and all this stupid stuff, right? And I remember that right after that period, or like towards the end of that day, it was the same day that's happened. After that, I remember I was walking. I used to keep my bike locked up near the band room, and then I know it was towards the back, and then I remember I was walking towards my bike, and I remember I saw her coming out of a class, and then she was holding hands with another guy. Oh fuck! And then like kind of like when I saw it, was like right in front. It was like a movie, dude. Because I was walking down. People were everywhere. I could see. They didn't see me, but I saw them both coming out, walking, holding hands. And then right when they got to the middle of like the split of the hall, they both like kissed right in front of me. Right in front of me, dude.
You think they did it on purpose though?
No, they didn't see me. And I remember I was like everything just stopped. Like whoa, like it hit me like a train. Like whoa, And then I didn't say shit. I was just like, they both split. They both didn't look at me or anything. And I just like froze. And I remember I walked straight to my bike. And I knew who the guy was too. His name was. I shouldn't be giving names. Yeah, I shouldn't be giving names.
Hey, fuck you! Who the fuck you?
Yeah, no. And anyways, I remember I walked straight to. This guy rode a bike to school too. And I know where he kept his bike. He kept his bike actually right near mine.
You popped his tire?
Oh no, dude, I destroyed his bike, dude. I remember it was a brand new like fixie.
Oh, you did?
It was a brand new. It was like a brand new fixie, bro.
I don't know if he's fucking around now, though. Is he for real?
No, I'm for real.
You did fuck it up?
Yeah, dude, I back kicked the shit out of it, dude. Like I remember.
Hey, yo, keep in mind, Mike's some big food, dude.
I remember, dude. I remember like all my emotions rushed in. I went up to his bike, looked around, and just donkey kicked the shit out of it. Bang his frame, his rim, his chain pipe, everything was fucked up. And I still wasn't satisfied, dude. I remember I just got my bike. I went to the front of the school and I just sat there like, what the fuck? This was like I think I did school actually because I was
just like all crushed and shit.
Now I was sitting in front of like the high school and I was like I think I was crying, man. I was like, fuck, man, like it just hit me like so hard. And then I was just kind of like crying to myself. And then one of my friends, she came up to me. And she was a cool girl. She came up to me like, oh hey Mike, what's wrong? You know. And then I was like explaining what happened. Like, oh my god, like this and that, Sydney and so. I saw him doing this and that. I'm gonna fucking kick his ass, you know. And then like after I just destroyed his bike, I still wanted to kick his ass, you know. I was like, and then I remember I was just like fuck, man. Like I remember just hitting the ground, like man, like I didn't know how to handle it. It was my first time feeling this way, you know. And then I remember this girl, she was like, oh, you know, Mike, I'm sorry, you know, it happened. Calm down, you're a good guy. And she was trying to, you know, say that, you know, like, you know, if I wasn't with someone, I'd be with you. Like she was just trying to comfort me in any way, you know. And then
why do girls say that, though?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
Anyways,
they're like, I wish I could get a guy like you. And they're like, I'm right here, bitch. Like I'm right here, but then
and then so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So I was just, oh man, my whole day was sucked that day. And then what happened? So I think I went home. I forgot what else happened later on, but I think the next day or the day after.
She came back.
No. There was I kept parking my bike in the same area, and then eventually there was another nice looking fix that that was there, and I realized that it was so and so who brought that fixie to school. I'm like, oh, so you got a new bike, you know? So I remember after class, I used to carry a little knife in my backpack. And I remember after class, I slashed this dude, started both of them, man. And then I remember my classmate was with me. And he looked at me like, "What the fuck did you just do?" I'm like, "Don't say shit, dude." Like I gave him a quick. No, I didn't threaten him. But I just told him, "Hey, like, don't say shit." Like,
I've done hood rat shit with Mike like that.
Nah. And then he's like, oh, "Okay." He didn't know what the fuck why I did it. I'm like, "Just don't say shit, man." Like he didn't see anything. He's like, "Okay, got it." So I'm gonna slash his tires, and then what happened? So then we left it at that, and then the next day, in class, in break, I remember I was talking to my friend, and then Sydney came up to me. Sydney, her boyfriend, and then a couple other people, and she tapped me on the shoulder, was like, "Oh, you know, I know it was you that did that to." Well, there goes.
That's all right. Okay, let it go.
I know that was you. I know that was you that did that. I know that was you that did that. You're gonna have to probably bleep that.
Nah, I'm gonna leave that shit. I don't like that shit extra loud, bro.
I know that was you that did that to bike, and then.
Hey, let's use who else used to ride fixes with you guys?
Kevin.
Okay, let's use Kevin. Use Kevin's name, folks.
Oh yeah, right now, too late, right? Anyways, so she kind of, and then she was just pissed. And I know I was just did the bike, and you know the other bike that you slashed, that was bike. He had let borrow his bike, you know, because they were homies, you know. So now I have pissed off. I didn't even know who the hell this guy was, but he was there with.
Sounds like the girl's name.
Well, his name. But they call him some band fools.
Beat that part.
Band fools. He was big. He's probably like you're exactly like your size, your look, everything, dude. Like almost, but just dark, real dark.
Like you.
Yeah.
Like Hoppo.
Yeah, like
I'm not that dark.
No, yeah, he's probably dark like Hoppo. Anyways, so I remember. So then she was like, she called me and said, "I know I was you." And me,
you do look darker.
Me being caught out of like on the moment, I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll pay for it. You know, I kind of like shooed her away, but I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, like I didn't say I'll pay for it, but when she said you better pay for it, I like agreed, like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know. So then I went to my class. And I was talking to my friends about what happened. My friend told me, "Hey man, what the fuck? Why'd you admit they were gonna pay for? Why'd you say yesterday that you're gonna pay for it? Now they know for sure you did it. You know?" I'm like, "Fuck, you're right." You know? He's like, "Nah, fuck that, dude. Like, you better go tell your damn ex that you ain't gonna pay for shit." You know? He kind of pumped me up. I'm like, "Yeah, you know, you're right. Fuck that." So yeah. So I remember one of my friends had Sydney for the next class. I told her, "Hey, tell Sydney that I'm not gonna pay for shit. Whatever. Like, it's off. I'm not gonna like whatever. You know?" So then yeah, word got out that I was gonna pay for that. And then yeah, for like a good couple months, dude, like, you know, they'll just mad dog me. I remember like freaking shoulder check me in the hallway, like, hey, like, when are you gonna pay for my butt? I'm like, I'm not paying for shit, you know? And kind of was a quiet dude, but you know, he didn't really bug me, but was the one that was more like eager to get his money out of it. And you know, Sydney kind of avoided me. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, cool. And then what had happened? So then I remember, this is months later. Time went on. I had to take a second. Sydney had a class first period in the band room. No, yeah, first period in the band room, I think. And then I had second period for orchestra. That was to get credits. And then after second period was break. And then so after orchestra was over, I remember one of the girls in the class had dropped her orchestra book with all the notes, like, you know, for the music. Oh shit! And then it was like already out of you know, going out towards break. So then I remember I got the book. I knew whose book it was. And I was like, okay, if I could give it back tomorrow to the girl, or I could go back. But during break, all the band kids went to the band room to hang out for break. So I already knew Sydney was gonna be there. Everybody was gonna be there if I went back. So I was like, if I go back, they're gonna like talk shit. But give it. I mean, fuck that. You know, I had my pride came on, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna fuck with this day, you know. So I went back, and sure enough, here comes. Hey man, what the fuck, you didn't pay me my money? This and I'm not even paying you shit, motherfucker. You know, just trying to be tough. And I was calling him out too in the middle of the band room. We're just both fucking barking. And then what happened? So then he just started talking shit like, oh man, you did all this for a fucking girl. She never fucking loved you, this and that. And then so the motherfucker, like, I threatened him and whatever in certain ways. And then like the whole band was just staring at us. You know, we're all loud. So then I remember I walked out, and then some other dude came up. I think it was one of the friends or something like that, and he came up to me and said, hey man, what the fuck was that back there? I'm like, like, shut the fuck up before I do this and I do that. And he's like, is that a promise or a threat? I just almost a fucking promise, man. And I remember I turned around, I started walking, and I remember Sydney ran out of the break, but I was already walking back out to the break area. But when I'm walking pissed off, I remember Sydney grabbed me by the shoulder, and then I remember, like, I didn't even know it was her. I just went like, hey, like, I just like moved my shoulder like quick, you know.
Punched her?
No, I didn't punch her. I moved my shoulder. I moved my shoulder so fast, like, I didn't know who touched me. I just went, hey.
And she fell.
No, she didn't fall. She just went back, like spooked. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, what happened? And I just like looked at her and I just kept walking, you know. And then I remember I was just like, it happened. It was just a bunch of shit that went on. And so then I went to my third period. And I was telling my classmate, hey man, like, they're probably gonna put me into the principal's office pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. So I think I gave him my knife and whatever, you know, that way they wouldn't find it. And then sure enough, dude, the security came in. They took me out of the classroom, and on the way to the principal's office, the security's like, hey, you know, we heard you got off a pretty bad relationship, you know, this and that. Just asking me some questions. I was like, oh no, it's all right, you know, like, I didn't care. And then we got to the principal's office, and yeah, it was Sydney, and I sat right next to, you know. And then yeah,
best friend.
Yeah, so Sydney's basically looking at me, and Peggy's right there. Then the main principal is right in front of me. Then the security guard's right there.
Everybody
involved. Yeah, basically like that. So then the principal had asked me, saying, "Hey, we have word that you agreed, or that you did this stuff to the two bikes, and that you agreed to pay for it." And me with a straightest face, I'm like, "No, I have no." They're like, we're cool, man. What the hell? Like, yeah, no, like, I totally just, like, I was like, no, man.
You're like, come here, bro.
Yeah, I was like, no, I have no problem with him. You know, like, me and her broke up, but we're fine. I don't care, you know. Like,
fuck the bitch, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I was just on it, dude. And then I remember Steve was just like looking at me like she hated me, dude. And then I was like, no. And I remember just chuckling like he knew I was bullshitting the whole time, you know. And then I was like, nah, man, like, for sure, like, I never did any of that. No, really? Wow, I didn't know. I don't have a knife. You know, they looked for a knife. They couldn't find it, obviously. And then
I'm a straight A student.
Yeah, and so then I remember the principal said, well, even he looked at everyone else besides me. He looked at us like, hey, like, even if he did we have no eyewitnesses that he did that. And then second of all, even if he did agree to pay for it, there's no proof or written documents that he signed saying he was going to do it. So we have no proof that he did any of this, you know? So I'm sorry, but we had to let him go. There's no proof that he did any of the damage or he agreed to pay. And so the principal said, oh, you're free to go. Sorry, you know, whatever. And so, yeah, man, I remember I walked out like, that's right, whatever, I didn't care, you know? And then I remember Cindy just looked at me like, oh, man, I hate you so much. And then yeah, you know, that was it. And then looking back, I would have done stuff differently. I mean, me being in high school, immature. What's your opinion about the whole story, Hapo? What's your
I can add to that.
What's your opinion? What would you have done? What would you have done? Do you regret did the right thing? Do you regret didn't?
Well, I mean, like, yo soy una. Do people speak Spanish?
Yeah, bro.
Yo soy una persona de huevos. Yo soy una persona que si ni hacen una me la deben ni la pagan así de fácil. Las huesos knows me.
Okay, so you can a little slower?
Huh?
Yeah.
You're speaking Tijuana language.
No. So like, moral of the story is like, if someone does some shady shit to me, well, I'll get them back eventually. You get me? But the thing is, though, like,
You're not talking to the mic, fool.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Oh,
Me
shit,
personally, like, I think you did the right thing. Like, fuck that shit.
What about your karma?
Huh?
I believe that they got karma
Well,
back.
you can let karma
I
get
got
them.
karma. My bike got stolen
No,
like
wait,
a month
wait.
later.
You can let karma
That's
get
probably
them.
them.
Yeah, probably.
You can let karma get them, or you could be the karma.
But what about your karma?
At the end of the day, like, if you didn't deserve what they did to you, that's not, the only thing that's gonna happen is good karma. But you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'd rather be their karma. Fuck that. Para mí la karma es una mamada.
Oh shit! Basically, you're saying me vale verga.
No, yeah, like me straight up. West knows me. Like,
So what type of things have you done? I want to know about this.
I've done a lot of crazy shit. Fool.
Have you seen his Instagram stories?
Yeah, he's always sad, bro. That's
No,
all.
not even. I don't really see my Instagram stories. I be drinking, clubbing,
Why do you
partying,
be
having a
drinking?
good time.
But then you be saying like the same weekend, I'm not gonna do that shit anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
He said that shit today.
I'm not gonna spend.
And then the weekend, and that same weekend, he's out
It's
Especially
partying.
now when I'm sad.
It was bad. I've been spending like 1K a night every Friday.
And then he went to the same bar with the same banda, paying the same guy for the same songs that they played last week. Fool. Like,
Hey, bro.
And I had a good time, I'll tell you that. But my
But-
wallet.
So you gave the money
but
out
yeah,
for free.
but yeah, he's putting his brother in check, saying, "Hey, fool,
Oh,
don't be doing this shit."
Oh,
Yeah, it's different
Soltando la
though.
sopa.
Straight after you, huh?
Well, keep in mind I'm older, so that's my little brother. So at the end of the day, I'm older.
But you're not a good role model then.
Yeah, you gotta set the example. You're gonna put him in check, man.
That's why I told him to kick it with Wessels. Wessels puts the example.
Yo, no way.
You need to be the good example. Fool.
Yeah, they look up to you, bro.
You're the brother.
You're the brother.
Wessels is the cousin.
Shout out to Angel.
Shout out to
This is like straight up running everybody up.
Shout out El Count. Shout out to El Count.
Oh fuck! But yeah, what about you, Kevin? What do you think about that story?
Oh, I already said it. Karma came back around.
Yeah. My bike got stolen, so yeah.
Hey, what happened to your dog? Like, tell us about the story about your dog. How it ran away and it came back after like 5 years.
Oh, but it's simp hours. This is not simp hours.
Yeah.
I didn't cry to this.
Hey, your dog.
Alright, so you brought it back. Okay. You brought it up. Okay. So basically, yeah, I was just chilling, and out of nowhere, my dog, he just left. Cause he will go to anybody that has food. You know, like obviously, our dog does that shit. So that happened, and then yeah, the dog left for like half a year. And then
5 years.
I thought it was 5 years.
That's pendejo. He has 5 years right now, or
Oh,
six,
fuck.
going to 6. Nah, he ran away and then he never came back. And I was like, alright, fuck it, you know. Ya pasó muchos días. And then it was one day I remember I was laying down on the couch. I used to sleep in the garage. I was just laying down facing the wall. Out of nowhere, I felt like someone like scratching the couch. I was like, what the fuck? So I turned around. It was that little fucker. That motherfucker came back, all shaking his leg, wiggling his tail.
He was probably under the couch the whole time.
Imagine, bro. He's right there because it was like a shit little food and shit.
¡Ya salí, güey!
Hey, wait. Hey, can I switch up the topic real quick? I mean, since we're talking about like simp and all, I mean, it's not gonna be simp shit no more. I just got a question. And so this fool was talking about Instagram. It kind of like came up to my head and stuff.
Ooh, so that's
Like, no. I'm just curious. Like, what do you guys think about like fucking? Well, not to be stereotypical and not to just bash on like on
it's
girls
going that
because
way.
it could be about guys too, obviously, you know.
Okay.
But what do you guys think about like it's the people who are like kind of like always using like filters and stuff like that? You know, like always about filters, always about like wait, motherfucker. You see what it costs?
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike,
Nah,
Mike,
nah.
tell him how many times I've been
Wait. Like, so what do you guys think about? That's what I was gonna say. What do you think about the people who use a lot of filters? You eventually see them in person and meet them. They're like nothing what they look like in person.
I tell
like in
Hoppo
pictures.
all the time because he talks to a bunch of random. Well,
Hey, no. Hey, don't burn me out either, fool. Hey, delete that.
No, say it.
Fuck it.
I'm not gonna bring you out. I mean, Hoppo,
You just burned out my other cousin. You just burned out his brother.
what?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Hey, so moral of the story is I feel like
Mike talk. Mike talk
Hoppo has a reputation of talking to girls, a lot of girls that use filters as their profile, you know, and it's fine when you use a filter here. Yeah, it's fine when I use a filter here and there, but I always tell Hapo, it's pretty suspicious when every single picture they have is a filter and it's not the real face. They're hiding something, and he never listens to me. And every time he goes and sees those girls, he never wants to talk about it.
I'm like, bro,
or like they end up looking way different than the filtered picture did. I'm like, well, no shit. I mean, they're using a filter.
What does he say? He's like, I still smash though.
No, Hapo doesn't do that. Hapo doesn't smash every girl, but I give Hapo credit because he does. He still kicks it with them. He still gives them the time, but he always expects them to be like what they look like in that filtered picture for some reason.
Okay, so let me finish.
Nothing in life is perfect.
Okay, so let me finish telling you guys. So
That's what he's always
I
saying.
feel like you could use filters, but to a certain extent, you get me. But like once you overdo it, like come on, dude, like
all the girls overdo it,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
That's
Come
the-
on.
yeah. And like how he said, like me, like I'm a cool person. Like
Yeah.
I kick it with the girl, and like she's cool as fuck. I'm gonna just keep on kicking it,
Yeah.
like nothing more than just kicking it.
Or like the ones that use Photoshop and shit, man.
bro.
Make their whole body skinny.
Put a little
bamboos in
body-
it.
Nah, they
He
just get
talks to
the
girls
right
with,
angle and everything.
The dog freaking filter with the tongue and the little.
Yeah.
the ears.
They use that a lot too. I seen that one a lot too with the tongue and the
Oh,
ears and
bad.
stuff.
But yeah, no, like I said, like I feel like it's okay to a certain extent, but once they overdo it, I mean, like
How would you feel though if you had like a girlfriend who actually consistently used that? Like you were already dating the girl, but like
Okay.
all her pictures, like you know, it's kind of like the same thing. Like she wouldn't look exactly like in person.
that's
what
the
she did, like,
thing.
in her
That's the
pictures.
thing, though. You gotta meet them in person first. You
No,
get
no,
me?
no, no. But what if you were already dating her? Like, how would you feel about her posting pictures when you knew damn well that that's not really how she looked in reality?
Well, I wouldn't really care because I'm already with her. I already know how she looks. I already
But
know
you
how
wouldn't
she
give a
is, you
fuck,
get
like,
me?
if she's like kind of like out there, like exposing
It
herself.
depends what
kinda,
type
like,
of pictures is she taking. Is she
It
taking
depends
it
what kind of
for
pictures, yeah.
provocative, or is it more her face?
That's the thing.
But then
you
if
get
she's
me?
always using filters, then I feel like she might be self-conscious in a way of hiding something. Like I feel like if a girl's pretty and confident, they wouldn't be using a bunch of filters all the time. And I mean, filters are cool, but not every single picture where it's like you can't even tell if that's a real person or not. You know?
Yeah.
Well, Hapo always uses a devil filter.
Yeah, but you can't even see his face. Though.
he doesn't always show how dark he is, fool.
Okay,
Nah,
every time I
but-
see a picture of him, it's with the little purple devil
I
filter.
know, right?
There's nothing
That's just
wrong
my
with
natural
using-
skin
Like,
color.
There's nothing wrong with using
You know how there's
filters.
some
It's
dark
just-
people that are just like so dark that they look purple. That's just me right there.
That's
There's
it.
nothing wrong with using filters. I just tell Hapo, like, bro, like, you should know better when you go
What?
talk to these certain girls. Because more times than not, the girls that, I mean, from what you told me, Hapo, like, the girls that you talk to are kind of, like, either, like, weird or they're not.
How are they weird? I want to know.
Okay, fuck. I'm probably gonna burn someone out, but
You got
okay.
to
So
know.
there's one time I was talking to this one girl. And she was cool as fuck. Like I still kicked it with her and everything. Like
Is it the one I know about?
yeah. You met her too because like okay, so
Oh, shit.
Do
I
know?
kicked it with her and everything, and like she
Do I
was
know?
cool, huh?
Do I know? Oh, shit.
Wait.
That's fucked up again.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, okay, so let me finish telling you guys the story. So, haz de cuenta que, like, I hit her up and I met her, and then, like, she was cool as fuck. Like, I still kicked it with her after, and, like,
That's
we were
another
cool
one of his
friends.
phrases.
And no,
Haz
and
de
then next
cuenta
time you know, when I met her in person, like, she had told me that she works out and this and that. And it turns out she was a bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah, you
and
told
then-
me about that. Yeah,
and then,
I
like,
knew
she
about
didn't
that.
really look like the pictures or any of that. Like,
remember about that?
the first time we kicked it,
About the bodybuilder?
like the first time we kicked it, fuck, I'm like, no, but she's cool as fuck. The first time we kicked it and everything, like, it was cool and everything, but she forgot something in my car, and like, you know how girls are sneaky, so she did it on purpose, so I
Yeah, so you could go see her again.
yeah.
I know, you told
and
me.
well, I
Are
did
they
that, but I
sneaky?
I took my boy Mike. I was like, yo, Mike, that way I don't have to stay here for too long, cause like I'm not trying to kick with her for that long today, cause I got something else to do. And yeah, no, that day, no, actually, that day we were gonna work on my car. Remember, we were gonna change the axle.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I was like, so I could go and leave fast and all this, and then next time I know, like, I still kicked it with her and everything. Like, she was really cool and like to kick it with. Like, she was just a cool person. Like, I'm not the type of person like.
You were just
oh,
scared she'll fuck you up.
Nah. Fuck, nah.
She'll get you in the headlock.
I'll call my boy Wessels. My boy Wessels back me up. I'll call Wessels. You'll back me up.
Oh, shit.
Well, you talk
Okay,
to a lot
that
of
way.
girls that cause
Little
drama.
muscle.
Damn, you guys are hella burning me. I'm gonna leave now.
Alright, what you think about it?
Me? I mean, I don't believe in the filters, bro. Because I mean, like you said, someone always.
Bro, then why'd I see you last time you looked skinny in a filter?
No, Bill, no, bump and shit.
Yeah, I was like, no mames, that's not him.
I don't use filters though.
I do. But like, I
He
use the
Photoshop.
fucking ones.
He didn't even see it in his
Tampoco,
filter. He
Like, you go through my
Photoshop.
Instagram, I got no pictures.
You
on
said
there
he
right
you said you use it, but what?
I use them, but like I use the funny ones, like
Yeah.
the bald ones, and like you know.
Yeah, that's a game.
Oh, like the one I
There's
used?
girls that literally try to pass themselves as like they look a certain with a filter when it's not really them, you know.
now. And when you're like, say for example, like you go on a Tinder date and shit, like I'm looking for this girl. Is that you?
If,
They don't match.
Yeah, you know. It's like,
Is there a girl here named? But
And it's like it's me. Like, what the fuck?
And I'm like looking at it, looking at the picture, going like this way, like every time, like
Hold on, I think
It
I have the
doesn't
signal.
match.
It's a signal bad or something.
It doesn't match.
Some of the girls I take like with the mom poses, like you know those like
The
the
viejita look.
yeah, with like flowers in the background.
Yeah, dude. They be taking some weird ass pictures.
The Dia fucking picture.
This is how you know it's a tia or something, or they're hiding something.
Yeah.
When it's just like the picture of or the chest.
Yeah.
That's how you know either. I'm not trying to sound like fucked up. Están gorditas
That's fucked up.
or
That's
están
A lot of makeup
a
on.
lot of makeup or the double chin. Not just for girls. I mean, guys sometimes too.
Double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a double chin. What's up?
Show your double chin. Your famous double chin. do your trick. No, but without the mask, way.
Oh, well, which one is it?
Oh, see, but you gotta take off the mask so you can shoot.
Oh, that's your phone.
That's mine.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
It's Sydney or whatever her name is.
Charles, they're watching this on the live.
Hey, you want your bike?
Oh, it's your mom. All right, quiet in the set.
Nah.
No, so we put it in the mic. That's fucked up. He didn't answer. You see, because of you guys fucking bullies and shit.
Lo van a regañar.
That way, yo, wait, curfew time, wait.
Wait, neta que yo me.
No. See, I'm got a curfew like you.
How that's fucked?
Yeah, why do you have a curfew? We never talked about why he has a curfew.
We did already. We did right here.
No, not.
I thought
Yeah, we
for my
did, but
podcast.
you're never. Yeah.
No,
you
I
were
watched
private.
it, but he never talked. You guys never went
Yeah,
into
we did.
specific why
Yeah,
he
we
has a
did.
podcast.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
no.
You just come and say you never watch your shit.
Nah.
You're just like this nigga.
He just said it. He's gonna burn you out right now. Like,
Okay,
say it. Tell it.
Yeah, he just said that you got a curfew, but you never said why.
why got a curfew? Why does he
Yeah,
have?
because I wake up early.
No, that's not the main reason. That's not the main reason.
Wait.
I got work.
So on your days off, you gotta wake up early.
Is that what you gotta
Actually,
be home at
actually,
11?
I do. I'm not like other people, you know.
Is that why you have to be home at
Diana,
11?
can you confirm that he wakes
No,
up
I
early?
wake up at 9, nigga.
Hey, just.
I mean, I wake up at 9. I go to sleep at 9.
His girlfriend laughing in the background because he's bullshitting.
Yeah.
Hey, what time I wake up? What time I wake
At
up?
12, right?
After
I wake up at 12.
He has to leave the Big Bang meets like at 8 o'clock in the afternoon and shit.
Hey yo, just tell them the story of how like you don't want to pick me up when I was all fucked up and your dad got
You
mad at you.
tell.
Yo, so there's
That's
one
how I got
time-
curfew.
This is why he has curfew. I had curfew too because of like.
I was like, estos pinches
So-
sudados, güey.
so
Estos
trip out.
sudados, güey.
Está chesto.
This freak's a bad up in this bitch, bro.
So I grew up pretty much with Wessos. I would
Well,
come
there's
every
no AC
weekend
on.
and I would stay with him, right? And I would always go I would go drinking and I
Fucking
would go,
sauna, güey, out
I
here.
would go to the fucking punk shows and all that. Y haz de cuenta que there's one time I was all the way in Southgate and keep in mind he lives in Paramount. It was already like 2 o'clock in the morning. I called him. I was like, "Yo, fool, pick me
It was
up."
after a concert, right?
Yeah.
They're like down the street.
I was like, "Hey, yo, fool, pick me up." Like I'm really fucked up and like there's no ride for me. Like I need you to pick me up, or else I'm gonna get home like in 2 hours because I'm skating. And he was like, I forgot. He was like, "Nah, fuck you. You can skate in this." I got home like at 5 in the morning.
Sounds like Wessel's.
I was barely 17 years old to trip out like,
right.
and then it was like I got to the house at 5 in the morning, and like that day we were gonna go to work. I was gonna go work with his dad and him.
Kidnap. I have a good story about that.
Y haz de cuenta que pretty much like when I was barely getting there, his dad was like, "Oh, like you're just getting there," and I was like, "Yeah."
Oh.
I was like, "Yeah." Like I called Wesses to pick me up.
hair and shit.
I called Wesses to pick me up, but he didn't want to, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to both of you, this and that."
Yeah, no, because it was true though, because my dad had already told us. He's like, all right, get home at 12 or something like that. And I was like, all right. So I was like,
No, 2.
It's-
It was 2 at first.
no way.
It was 2.
No, it
No,
was 12. It was 12.
No,
Okay.
because of me, it went to.
No,
because
it was
you
at
went to
12
11.
because of you. It went to 11. It was at 12 midnight, and so that's what I was thinking. So I was like, it's either risk myself or help you out. I was like, fuck help. I was like, I have to take care of myself, you know.
Fuck, that was
So I was like,
almost
survival of the fittest. Fool. So I was like, you know, it's
Fuck,
either
you're
him or
like, fuck up,
myself.
Let him be.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking go sacrifice myself for this faggot. So I was like, fuck that, bro. Like I'm gonna go save myself. So that's what I did. I went home so I wouldn't get in trouble. But I still ended up getting in trouble because this dumbass decided to go out to a party and get home like around 5. So he's like, "Oh, pick me up." I was like, "Fuck you, I'm already at home." You know, I'm like, I'm safe here. Like, you know, like there's nothing for me to be worried about. And I still got in trouble because this fool, yeah, he got home late.
But that was like 10 years ago though. So how come you stopped a curfew?
Yeah.
I don't know. That foot just became like that. That foot never changed it. And well, right now, I mean, it's not because of that. I mean, well, that's one part, whatever. But mainly right now, it's because of work. Because I wake up at 3,
yeah.
so I try to go to sleep at 9, so that I can only at least have like 4 or 5 hours to sleep.
But it's 9:30 right
Let's
now.
stay on this curfew.
Well, I shouldn't be here, honestly.
Oh shit! It's
That's
9:30.
I don't know. That's what this nigga said. But even if it is,
Well, I gotta go home,
even
bro.
if it is, I shouldn't even be here. Like straight up. Like I always tell him too. Bullshit aside, like oh, not jokes aside now. Like I always tell him like it's either 9 o'clock or 9:30 the latest. Because I have to be home by that time, so I can at least get my 5 hours.
And
Because
if
I'm
you're not home,
driving
what
14.
happens?
Huh?
If you're not home, what happens?
Oh, like he gets a phone call.
Your parents actually like get on your
Yeah,
get on your ass?
Nah, that's only when I'm like on my days off.
Lo castigan.
No, like right now, it's
They take
because of
his
me.
phone.
That's what I'm telling you.
His parents take his phone away. His parents take his phone
They're
away.
gonna take the Subi away.
Wait.
They take the phone away.
Imagine there's a timer on the Scooby like fucking he captured it on past like 9:30.
They're gonna be on the right tomorrow for work and shit.
Listen.
They're gonna tell
He's
you
got home at 5 minutes to 9:30 when the car turns off and shit.
I just popped out.
The timer on fucking set of
Like
timer.
this thing.
Oh no, that what's that?
Bye. Have a beautiful time.